Hello engineering heads, thank you so much for tuning into this video today. I have a very special design here. I, I brought a shelf from Amazon and I thought this would be a very great tutorial for you to learn a lot of SolidWorks tools here. As you can see, these are our parts that we have. We have about 6 parts. This is our second part, and this will be very fun for you. And this is the third part. Turn it to cast iron. You know, this is our last part. So let's get right into it. I want you to start a new sketch, a new plane, a new part file, and start a sketch on the front plane. Draw a rectangle. Sorry, go back, go draw a center rectangle from the origin, and go smart dimensions and give that a dimension of 24.01, and the other side 15.86. And then go to extruded boss and extrude an extrusion boss of 0.625, and then enter. Make mid plane, sorry, enter. And then we want to go to appearances. We want varnished oak. So to do that, go back to, I'm gonna expand the metal part, then go to organic, expand the wood, and then go to oak. As you can see now, you scroll down to varnished oak, and this part is all good to go, and save it as part 1. This is our second part here. Also, I want this one for you to start on the top plane, a sketch, center rectangle, and then a dimension of 15.86, same as the other one before, and however, sorry, 7.96, and the other one 24.01. And then go to features, extruded boss, blind, mid plane, sorry, and make it 0.625 again, and then OK. Varnished oak, the appearance, and then save as part 2. And let's go move on to part 3. Let's go. As you can see here, this is our part 3. We will have to use a fill pattern here. Top plane, new sketch, and draw a rectangle. Smart dimension of 22.51. The other side 15.86. And this one make an extrusion of 0.75. And now I want you to draw another circle on top, another rectangle, I mean, sorry. And then smart dimensions, move it down and make that 20, and the side leave that the same. And as you can see, we have an extrusion cut. So select that edge and start a new sketch, and we want to convert some entities here. Hold the control key button and then select all those 4 edges, and then go to convert entities, and then as you can see, this one is fully defined. Then go to features, extruded boss, and make an extrusion of 0.5, I think 0.25, and then okay, and then start a new sketch on top again. And then I want you to select the polygon tool and make 4 sides and give that a dimension of 1 inch. And then go to features, extruded cut, extruded cut through all, and then enter. And now what we want to do is we want to copy all this. If you expanded the linear pattern and choose 2 inches, and I want you to select that, the first one, and just leave that the same, because we already selected the edge that we wanted to pattern. And then I want you to expand that part and choose the extrusion that we just did, and then press enter and trimetric view again. This part is all good. Now we just need to add the material that we want. Go back to metal, and then choose iron, then choose cast iron, and then trimetric view, then save this part, and we will move on to our fourth part. So here, this is our fourth part. Here we will have to do a lot of mirroring and such things. Let's go. Start a new sketch on the front plane, and I want you to draw a center line that goes through the origin, a vertical center line. Select it, and then select for construction, and then OK. Now select corner rectangle. I want you to, let's draw a corner rectangle there and give that a dimension of 31 inches, and the width of it 0.75, and just select the smart dimension tool, and then select all those, then go mirror entities, and I want you to mirror that about the center line, and then OK. And now we want to give a distance between the center line and one of the rectangles. I want you to zoom in here so you can see the center, the point of that line, and give it a dimension of 11.63. And now let's draw a corner rectangle on top, and then give that a dimension of 0.75. Now go to trim entities and trim that out, trim that away, and just go to the other side, trim that one also. We have, some small lines that we had to trim away. And now, as you can see, our sketch is fully defined. And just do that again, 0.75, and then trimetric view, then go to features, extruded boss, and 0.75 extrusion, and mid plane, then okay, and then trimetric view. I want you to rotate the view a little bit and select that edge and start a new sketch around it. Oh, as you can see here, you see the origin point, we want it to be at the bottom. So what we're gonna do here is I want you to cancel that sketch that you just started, and then go back to the previous sketch that we did and then edit it. Now let's go back, and I want you to draw a center line, and now select that center line that we just drew and hold the control key and select low the horizontal line on the bottom and make relation coincidence collinear, I mean. And then let's go back, front plane, no, on the edge again, then go to sketch, choose corner rectangle again. However, zoom in a little bit. Small dimensions like that, 0.75, and the other one same thing, 0.75 also. And then now go to trim entities and trim that. Draw a line first at the end of the whole sketch, and then trim entities, trim that out, trim that also out, trim that out, and you can trim other these two, and then our sketch is fully defined here. Now trimetric view, and just go to features, extruded boss, 0.75, blind, reverse it, select that first and then reverse, and now it's okay. So now we want to mirror some of our, I want you to draw a circle there. So we started a new sketch. Draw two circles and make one circle. Both of them, they have a diameter of 0.38. So go to smart dimensions, make that circle, and make that 0.38. And the same thing for the bottom one. And the distance between the top and to the circle is 4. Same thing for the other one also. And then trimetric view. Now go to extrude the feature, extruded boss, and then up to next. As you can see, it extended all the way to the other end, and now we have that defined. I want you to go to reference. Where is reference? Because we want to mirror that part to the other side. So I want you to create a new plane and then expand that and make an offset of the front plane at a distance of 7.93. And now go to mirror entities, mirror, and then choose the plane that we just created, then expand that and select boss extrusion 1, and then you can go there. Oh, as you can see here, you see that we have an extension. So this is not symmetrical really. So what we're gonna do is we want to delete our mirror one, and we will do another way. So, and hide that plane. So instead we're only going to mirror the other side. So select the right plane, and then mirror entities, select extrusion 2 and 3, and then okay. So now all that is symmetrical, so I want you to start a new sketch there. New sketch, and then at the top portion just draw a new just draw a rectangle, a corner rectangle there, and those dimensions are just 0.75. And so if you go to extrusion and then you do up to next, you can see that everything now is well defined and good to go. And now we just need to add what type of appearance it should be. Cast iron, and then save this part here, and then we will move on to our fifth part. I hope you are learning new things so far. And then new again part, as you can see there. That's our fourth part. Top plane, and then center rectangle from the origin, and extrusion a distance of 4. Make that 4 inches. Make that 4 inches, and the other side just make it 22.51, and go to features, extruded boss, and make that an extrusion of 0.75 mid plane, and then okay. And we have to go back to our other material, which is the varnished wood. Oak, I mean varnished oak. So select varnished oak and go and save that part, and then we will just make our last part, then we will move on to the assembly. Okay guys, so now we are on our sixth part here. As you can see there, just choose from plane, and then start by drawing a center. Draw a corner rectangle first, and then same thing for that side. Make that 31 inches, and the top 7.80, and they both have a little thickness of 0.75. And the other, yeah, both of them have a dimension of 0.75. And then trim entities. Even though it's fully defined, I just want you to trim those entities away. So trimetric view. Oh, go back and press your return, and then Go to trimetric view and we're good to go. Features extruded boss and make that an extrusion of 0.75 mid plane. Make a sketch, corner rectangle, and that one we also want it to be 0.75 by 0.75. And just go to try extruded boss and then give that an extrusion of 23.26. So we can just mirror our entity here. So expand that tool, and then select that will not work right now, so we want to make a new plane and choose the front plane and flip the offset and make it an extension of 11.63. Then press enter and then mirror, select that plane. Then if you expand the part tool and then you select extrusion 1, then OK. Now trimetric view, start a new sketch there, and that part you can just hide the other plane. If you want. Draw a rectangle from one end to the other and give that a dimension of 0.75, and the distance between from there to the bottom is 21.7, and zoom in and make a circle, draw a circle there. And then smart dimensions, give that a diameter of 0.5 inch, and the distance between that to the other side is just 4 inches. And then linear sketch pattern, select that line and give a distance of 4 inches with 5 copies. Entities to pattern, select the circle, and as you can see we have 5, and just press enter. And then features extruded boss, and that one is 0.25, as you can see. Then press OK, and then trimetric view, can hide that plane and then just save it. Oh, give it an appearance of cast iron. Let's go back to metal and go to iron and choose cast iron, and then trimetric view, then save this file here. part 6. Now we will move on to our final assembly. Assembly. Okay. So as you can see, we have all of them except part 3. So just browse and then add part 3. But select that to keep our insert tool visible and then press enter, then start. Make one there, drop the second one, third one, make 2 of them, and then the 5th one, drop it there, then the 6th part, and then press enter to close the insert tool. And select mate, and then select that portion, and zoom in and select that, and select OK, mate those 2, and then I want you to select the, let's go again, mate, select that top and the bottom of this, and go to distance and give that a distance of 30 inches. Let's see how far it is. That's pretty far. Just make it like 28, 26, and then 27 works. Press OK. So now that one is locked there, and select that edge and select this edge, press OK, rotate the view, select also this edge and the other edge over there, and make the bottom and the top of that top thing. Press OK. So move that up. So select the bottom again, and select the top, and then press OK. That one is also fully defined, and trimetric view. So select the bottom portion of that, and then select the edges of our stand, and then select that edge and the edge of the flat thing, and then the sides. Select that edge and the other side of the shelf. So now, as you can see, all this is coming together pretty good, and that does not move, and this does not move. As you can see, all those are fixed. So now bring that part there, and then go to mate. Oh, move triad, and then rotate that part a little bit so that the mating will be easier. So go to mate now, and then select that portion and select that edge, and then select one side of the wood. Zoom in, and then move that down a little bit. Then we can fix that part right there. As you can see, that does not move. So now we just need to add in our bottom 2 plates. So go to mate, select that, select those two, the inner of the shelf and the other side, one edge of the plate and the inner side here also, and press OK. So delete that, because you can see that those two are overlapping. So go back to mate and then the outer, and then press OK, and just drag it up a little bit. That's good. And now we just have to mate our last parts. Delete that first selected item, that first mate selection, and then do the same thing as we did the previous one, as we did for the previous. And OK. Trimetric view. And now let's fix those two. And then trimetric view again. And our assembly is fully defined. All of our mates have been very great. So you can save this part here. We have fully finished making this shelf, this kitchen shelf here, and I appreciate you a lot for tuning into this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you learned something new, you learned something that you did not know before, please give it give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content. If you have any suggestions that that you think that I should make, that you need help with, please leave all that in the comment section. I will be glad to help you out. I will be glad very much. And if you have any recommendations, please do not be afraid. Just reach out. Thank you so much for watching. All right, take care, engineering heads.